Good evening. Thousands across the Central Coast are celebrating Ash Wednesday today and the beginning of Lent. And with the pandemic, people still can't receive those ashes like they would like to. This was the scene earlier today in Salinas, where parishioners received their ashes in a drive-through. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Veronica Macias. Faithful, Ash Wednesday is an important time to reflect on life and where we're going. It's especially important for many this year as the pandemic wears towards summer now. KION's Josh Cristianto visited a local church for us and reflects on this past year.
Well, Veronica, things are still busy here at the parking lot of the church as people line up in their cars to get the ashes. And while things may be different this year, it's no less meaningful for these churchgoers. Remember that you are dust, and to dust you shall return. That's part of the meaning behind the ashes on this Wednesday, to look beyond the temporal and upward to the eternal.
It's very important, the religious aspect that we can come in and be here. And I mean, it's more of a spiritual thing, and this year we're going to have to do it at home.
This year's Lent season will be different, but no less important. Ash Wednesday marks the first day of the 6 weeks of Lent before Easter Sunday. It's a time to reflect upon one's own life and your relationship with God. And the COVID-19 pandemic, according to ministers, is a perfect time to do just that.
In that environment, the church is kind of, in Lent, encouraging us to reflect instead of react. Reflect who we are, we listen to not just to God, but to others' voices, that kind of thing.
The Vatican, which is the seat of the Catholic Church, issued new modifications to the way ashes will be administered this year. Normally, the ashes are placed on the forehead directly. Now it's just sprinkled on. You can also see volunteers wearing masks and using hand sanitizers. Even pastoral utterances normally spoken to every single person, like repent and believe in the gospel, was only said once to all in a general way.
The church has been trying to be very faithful, not because we're into rules, but we want to be good citizens of our country and our communities, and we want to do what's safe.
For the faithful, the changes of COVID-19 have been challenging, but at least this is one piece of the church they can take with them.
It's definitely a different experience, but at least here in Madonna and Sasso was very smooth. You just come in and they give you the ash.
And the Roman Catholic Diocese of Monterey tells me their churches have been doing something similar to this, even if it's not a drive-through experience, but the response has been really good today. Reporting in Salinas, Josh Cristianto, KION News Channel 546.